in Bloom podcast. I am your host, Dr. Jessica Shepard. And as always, we want you to know the world of wellness like you've never seen it before. This podcast is for you to be exposed and for the world of wellness to be revealed to you so that you can incorporate it into your lifestyle. Today, I'm in Los Angeles and I have an amazing guest here with me today. She is a new mom. She is also celebrity stylist who has worked with the hottest celebrities in the game, such as Eva Longoria, Kris Jenner, Freida Pinto, Kanye West, and has also started her own line of modewear, which is looking like a boss, making you feel like a boss with Vimmia plus CRK. So I'm delighted to share and present to you my next guest, Charlene Roxborough Konsker.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here, for sharing your time with us and allowing us to explore your world of wellness, which I'm completely fascinated with, especially being a new mom to Stone.
Yes, it's exciting. You know, I'm a mom to 3 boys. I have 3 stepsons, but this is my first daughter, and it's just the most amazing experience that I have to share with, you know, everyone. And just the being a mom and creating a space for myself and scheduling and all the things that I usually do before Stone came along, it just
it transforms your life.
Yes.
I mean, you really have to re-navigate, like change everything that you've done, because really your world revolves now around them. How old is Stone?
Stone is now 14 months.
I love that age.
Yes.
When they're like walking and mobile, but still edible baby size?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. She's saying words. She has her couple words in Spanish that she speaks.
Yeah.
And, you know, and one thing I found really interesting is that she also likes a bit of fashion.
Oh, so she's just like her mama, right?
She's just like her mama, yes. She loves details. She looks at everything. She, you know, if there's a button, there's a pen, she wants to draw. It's
Right.
very interesting to see how she's, you know, she watches me, and if someone enters the room, she literally looks them up and down to see what they're wearing. It's very interesting. I catch every bit of that.
Does she give them the Manhattan once over? You know, when they look each other
Pretty
over
much,
from
yeah.
head to toe?
She does.
Right?
She does.
You're starting her early. I like it. She knows what she wants, and she's like, but are you wearing it correctly?
Correct.
Yes.
Absolutely. She does that to everyone. The assistants, they walk in. It's just quite interesting.
So, you know, as a celebrity stylist, I could use one. I could use a stylist myself. It is not as easy as one would think. But what drew you to being in fashion and a stylist, and how did that develop?
You know, my whole life, I've always loved fashion. I'm originally from Jamaica, born and raised. My mom's Jamaican, my dad's German. And my mom was known for always being very stylish. When she went to church, the hat, the gloves, everything matched from head to toe. Even till this day, she says, you got your style from me. You know, as I gotten older, I always dressed up. Even when I was like 6 years old, I always remember picking out my own pieces. But later on, after we moved from Jamaica to Chicago, I decided after school that I wanted to go into psychology.
So you completely flipped the script. Yeah.
Completely.
You were, I find like you were the one in grade school who on picture day,
Yeah.
showed everyone up. Like I would take hours trying to figure out what my outfit would be. And there'd always be like 1 or 2 girls in my class who was like, how did they think of that outfit? That was you. I know that was you. You upstaged everybody.
And I always loved details. I always looked for things that were different. And back then, I liked things that were a bit of vintage pieces as well. Mm-hmm. So I would always incorporate a little bit of vintage into, you know, and my parents worked very hard. So we weren't going to all the fancy stores. So I knew how to go to like the half price stores or the vintage stores to get pieces that worked and still looked, you know, like
I find still in my 40s, I still don't know how to work vintage. I just don't have the art for it, which is why I'm not a stylist, right?
Yeah.
It's for people who know how to style.
Yeah.
And so, you know, moving forward, when did you actually move to Los Angeles?
I moved to Los Angeles probably, I would say 25 years ago. And I was still finishing up in school. And I completely switched gears and said, I worked with autistic kids the beginning of my career. And when I moved to Los Angeles, I decided that I need a job. So I worked at the Beverly Center. I was selling shoes.
Wow.
And while I was working there, the stylist would come in all the time, and she said to me, "Oh my God, you have amazing style. Would you assist me?" And I was like, "Assist you in what?" She said, "Styling." And I said, "Okay, that sounds interesting." I was like, "I know fashion. I've read Vogue in every magazine my whole life. But, you know, you can't teach somebody fashion. Honestly, it's something that I feel like it just ingrains in you."
So was it like, did you even realize that that could have been a path as far as like a career at that moment when she's like, "Can you be my assistant?"
No, not at all, because she just threw it at me, and she said, "You know, can you be at my house at 4 a.m.? I
You're
said,
like,
"To do
4
what?"
a.m. to style?
Yeah. So they were shooting a music video, and I thought, "Oh my God, 4 a.m. Who works? Is that how they shoot videos?" So I showed up at her house at 4 a.m. She was like, "Pack everything." The room was completely full with so many clothes. I packed up everything. I'm super organized. I'm like a little OCD with it. And when I got to the set, I organized everything before she came there. So the director thought I was the stylist.
Wow. So then you're like, maybe this is something that I could see myself doing.
Absolutely. You know, being creative, reading a treatment, breaking the treatment down to different characters, what the characters are wearing. It was a whole thing. So I thought, oh my God, this is so fun. Even though at that time when I came to LA, I was going to fashion school. So that little bit, the director noticed, and from there on out, he hired me on projects.
And that was it?
And that was how my career started.
By showing up at 4
By
a.m. You
showing
see
up
what
at 4
happens
a.m.
when you show up on time? I should
Yes.
probably take that as a no, because I'm notorious for not showing up on time.
Oh, that's
But
okay, me
however,
too.
I think that, you know, one of the things that some of my guests, when I've spoken to them about where they are now in their careers and how that transpired, it feels as if it's like one magical moment that may have changed your trajectory of what you were doing. And all of a sudden, it's like you're walking in your purpose.
Yeah.
And so I love that story. I love the part that you're from Jamaica, because my
I'm
parents are
an
Jamaican.
island girl.
Yes. And when I read that about you, I was like, oh, I'm going to love talking to Charlene.
Yes, definitely.
And so then living in LA and kind of now forging into this stylist, how did you, and people who are listening who are stylists also want to know, from celebrity stylists, how does that work? Like, what is that transition to styling into moving into celebrity stylists and maintaining that?
Well, you know, styling is a bit of like enhancing someone, not changing who you are. You know, you don't want to go in and just like strip everything down. You want to be, you know, I can only speak for myself as far as styling goes. I want to make that person feel comfortable, easy, relaxed, not feel stressed out. You know, I'm not changing anything about them. I just want to enhance that touch that you've always not realized that can create a whole different vision.
So it's somewhat an artist, because you're not ruining the painting. It's like you're appreciating that person for who they
touching
are
up
and what they, you know, bring to life. And you're saying, let me enhance that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's the moment that, you know, that you walk in, and if it's an event, if it's like the Globes or the Oscars or Cannes Film Festival, and you know exactly who that person is and the direction as a stylist where you want to go and what designers you want to work with and the look that you want to create. And then that being said, a lot of times I'll either create a mood board, you know, I'll speak directly to the designer as well. And, you know, everybody's vision, everybody's style is different. So you always want to stick to that style.
And build on that and not change it.
Correct.
Now, one of your, I would say, most notorious and consistent clients is Eva Longoria.
Yes.
And, you know, I love her style, so I love what you do.
Thank you.
Great. What would you say, working with her over the years, because you've worked with her for years.
Like 16 years, 15 years, yeah.
What would you say, tell us one thing about her style that maybe someone wouldn't know, or something about what she really likes.
Yeah, what I love about Eva is that she likes to just be she's effortless. She wants things that are functional, easy, modern, fresh. You know, my whole thing is that I don't dress you for the moment. I dress you so that in 20 years you can look back and say, oh my God, that piece still looks classic and timeless and chic. And, you know, working with her, she makes my job so much easier because we're always on the same page. You know, I work with a lot of designers to create looks for her. We just did Cannes Film Festival last year. where I collaborated with Alberta Ferretti for AmFAR.
What
And
an
for the
amazing accomplishment.
It was quite exciting, and for the opening night of Cannes Film Festival. Eva basically just lets me do my thing.
But you forged a relationship with her.
Absolutely.
So there is the cadence of knowing what she wants and knowing what will look good on her.
Absolutely.
And be timeless.
Yes.
Right.
And she's very easy. It's just that, I always live vicariously through someone. I'm like, if I was that guy, if I was that girl, how would I want to look?
And she trusts you.
She trusts
me. There's an
element
of trust there.
Yeah, and I'm very honest with when it comes to styling someone. I'm not selling them anything. I want it to be something that you engage in, and to feel. I want you to feel your best inside and out when you're on the red carpet.
Now, as someone who has a career that is really high profile, high paced, being a new mom, how has that changed? What you used to do, like just do when you want, and now you're like, breaks, stop, I gotta take care of Stone or make sure that her agenda or her schedule is, sound before I just kind of run off. How has that changed for you?
I love to multitask. That's one of my great skills, I would say. Before Stone, I traveled the world. I lived in Paris for a while, went between Paris and Los Angeles. And at the same time, when I got married and, have a baby, had 3 stepsons, which I was still organizing their lives as well, school activities, summer vacations, the whole thing. But it's a little different with Stone because I wake up every morning like 6 a.m., sometimes 5:30, or sometimes every few hours. So I tell everyone I haven't slept since last year.
Which is a very accurate statement. I have 2 sons, 5 and 4. I have not slept in 5 years.
Yeah.
I get it.
And I heard it doesn't change, which
No.
is a little scary.
Yeah.
So I map out the day. I start at 6 a.m. Then, I get up every morning. I say a prayer with Stone to start my day. And, I spend my time with her reading books, flashcards. Then I go instantly to the computer and I start reading all my emails, following up with all the clients, start prepping my job for the day. And at the same time, checking on Stone before I even leave the house.
Right.
Because I always like to be there before she goes down on her first nap. Then when she's on her first nap, I'm out the house, going to my meetings, going to my appointments. That's like a full schedule. Checking in on Stone, FaceTiming.
Right.
Then I go on set. I'm shooting on set. I'm FaceTiming. I'm calling the nanny. I'm styling the client on set. I mean, it's a whole project, but I love it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Yeah. And even when she goes down, that's when I write my lifestyle journal.
Yes. Tell us about that lifestyle journal. I went through it myself. It's called Mode by CRK.
Yes.
I mean, you've had it for 3 years, but you really do cover so much aspect of wellness. Why or how is wellness so important to you, or why is it so important to you? Because you can see that clearly throughout the aesthetic of the content that you produce on that. Tell me about wellness and how it intertwines with your life.
Well, I always feel like you have to live in a healthy lifestyle is so important, and try to be stress-free. And I've just been one of those people my whole life that I always want to be very quiet within myself. When everyone's here, I'm here.
You bring it down a few notches,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. Because I feel like it does take more energy to be stressed or just to be, have anxiety about something. Or I always have this thing where I always say that haste makes waste. So I always bring it back to me. And if I have a lot of things that I need to get done, I plan out my daily routine with myself. It's my facials or getting weekly massages or eating healthy, watch everything that I eat. Everything that surrounds me, even your friends.
Yeah,
that's all a part of just being
who you surround yourself.
Absolutely,
by. I found that's been kind of like a common theme that I've had with the guests that I've had on this podcast is that who you surround yourself with really does create the person that you want to be.
Absolutely,
and I think that is so important. So we're going to ask you one question that someone may not know about you. Is now that we know that you've traveled kind of all over the world, what is the most favorite destination place you have been?
Jamaica.
That was easy.
Italy. I love Italy. We go to Italy.
What do you love
all the
about
time.
it?
I love the whole Mediterranean. I love the food. I love, it's just being still. I love the fashion. I love everything about it. I love being in the Amalfi Coast where it's just, you don't have to worry about anything. It's just you're on vacation, you're relaxing, and the people.
So now that we know you have this extraordinary line, CRK x Vimmia, which is modewear, tell me, and also for our viewers and listeners, what modewear means, because it was new to me hearing it today.
Yeah, so when I created the CRK collection with Vimmia, I felt like there was this casual lifestyle that was missing. And speaking with my clients, they're just like, my casual wear is just never on point. And I thought to myself, and I felt that too, because there's only so much you could do with activewear. So I wanted to create something that was functional and easy and practical, and where, the girl on the go, or the mom on the go, or the family on the go, where you don't have to think about what you're wearing or trying to put so many pieces together.
But it's simplistic but looks phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Because that's what I get from wearing this today.
Absolutely.
Which
yes.
as soon as I put it on, it is so lightweight. It is parachute.
It's parachute
material, and it feels effortless. But
yep.
as soon as I walked around in it, everyone was like, "Oh my, where?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Thank you very much. This is CRK x
it's,
Vimmia."
it's the best, and you're wearing the two-way pants. And the whole idea of this is that you can literally, you can go to breakfast, and then you're just like, okay, I'm going to lunch, I'm going to dinner, and you have on sneakers, and then you can wear your heels. So it's about like
the transition is
completely.
Easy. And tell me about the colors that you have in the line.
So the colors that I chose were very neutral tones, like stone. I have a color stone, Windsor black, Capri Sun, and slate. And there's a camel. And I want to be colors that you can incorporate with your own personal lifestyle without trying to do too much. Right. Because not everyone can afford the luxury line. So I want to create something that was comfortable and affordable, and that you can use your pieces. If it's a jacket, you can wear with my leggings, the CRK leggings, and just mix it up a bit.
I like that it's effortless. It allows you to be not spend so much time for people who are not stylists. I mean, for you, it's very easy. For a lot of people, it's not. So they can look their best without having to necessarily do 5 million things to get that.
Absolutely. I don't want you to think about it when you go in your closet. I want you to just pick out that piece and throw it on and be like, oh my God, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Am I going to wear sneakers or heels? And just walk out the door. If you're that mom, you just throw on those leggings and a sweatshirt, and you're like, wow, I still look chic and timeless.
And I'm going to throw some heels on later for when I go out for dinner.
Absolutely.
So I want to see a few of the pieces, but maybe some of your favorite pieces. So let's have a quick look here. Awesome. So let's start out with this black turtleneck that we have here. So explain the material.
This is a Ponte fabric, which is amazing. It fits the body great. And it's called the Snap Turtleneck T-back top. It has a great cut in the back. So you show those beautiful shoulder blades. And what I did was, when I designed it, I wanted to cut the curve of your chest so that it just kind of hugs everything and keep your upper body very clean.
And then it has buttons here.
It has snaps at the neckline.
Which I love, because you can do one button or 2 buttons.
Absolutely.
And what I find sometimes is with turtlenecks, they are hardest thing to get into. So this makes it a lot easier that you can snap it out, get your head through there.
Absolutely.
And then snap it back or not snap it back, because it allows it to have
So you can wear it just kind of draped, or you can wear it where it's snapped all the way up. And it's not about being perfect. It's just about having that
comfortable,
effortless look.
So tell us about this piece and the color and texture.
This is, I love this jumpsuit, and this is the Capri Sand. And what's so great about this is because this fabric is called the Vimmia X. It's great
This is the Vimmia X that is, again, proprietary and allows it to breathe and have that thermoregulatory.
It's great for blood circulation and all those fun things.
And then the last piece here that we have is this phenomenal jacket that is actually unisex. Correct? Yes, absolutely. I love this.
This is the Outback convertible coat. What's so great about this coat is it's 2-in-1. When you unzip,
so it's full length.
For you
trench. That are listening, it is full length trench, and it has the ability to go into a
3/4.
3/4 by just simply unzipping it, And now you have,
And you have these great pockets.
voila.
Yeah,
See
it's
what
amazing.
happens?
And also a hood. So
Oh, it
it's
has a
also
hood in there.
beautiful
Okay.
hood.
I
Is it
love
that?
this. And this is unisex again.
This is completely unisex.
Mhm.
Comes in stone, slate, and camel, and black.
And there we go, and a hood pops
It's a
out.
great piece to wear under
Right.
even your evening dress.
Right,
Because the
you can
look
still-
now
as
is
the
that,
long one,
you know,
right.
you don't have to wear a perfect tuxedo jacket anymore. We've
Right.
passed that stage.
I
You
love
can
it. It
keep
has a
that whole little
drawstring.
effortless look. You can draw the string to shape your body more. We have side pockets and these pouch pockets in the front. I carry so much things these days, from a bottle to a purse, that I
love
kind of
that.
throw everything in.
Yes. So, okay, we are almost done at the end of this episode. I am so delighted that you are here to share your journey with us. I mean, it didn't even start out in styling people, and
No.
now you are a celebrity stylist. You have now
Yep.
your own mode wear line,
Absolutely.
which I am so happy that I got to wear today. But tell us where people can find you, where they can find. I want people to actually see really how wellness impacts your life at your Mode by CRK,
Yes.
your journaling, and
Yes.
also your Instagram, and where people can find this new mode wear.
Yes, so you can find it on Charlene Roxborough Stylist, or you can go on Mode by CRK. We're also carrying the collection at Curve, at Des Cohen in Los Angeles. It's also on the Vimmia site as well. And, you know, we're keep growing. So, you know, mode wear is coming everywhere.
Okay, so we're gonna finish off with 3 quick fire questions. So you
Yes.
have to like answer it like really
Yes.
quickly, okay? And you've got to just pick one. We've had some guests who have picked both, but we're gonna have you pick one. Okay, so first question is heels or sandals?
Heels.
Definitely, because you're wearing them today.
I love my heels.
Nude lipstick or red lipstick?
Nude.
Okay, which is definitely, you can see that in your line,
Yep,
which is all kind of
absolutely.
like muted colors and very.
I'm all for it.
And champagne or wine?
Wine. I'm not a big drinker, but I would say wine.
I've had a lot of not heavy drinkers. It must be
Yeah.
just me, but that's okay. But again, we are so delighted to have you here. Thank you for sharing your space, your journey, your wellness, how you feel about it, how it invigorates and motivates you, so that hopefully our viewers and listeners can also be motivated as
Thank
well.
you for having me.
Thank you
This
so
is
much.
amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Breathe and Bloom podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Jessica Shepard. We had our amazing guest today, Charlene Roxborough Konsker, who showed us her mode wear, CRKX Vimmia. If you want to find out more, please go to modebycrk.com/shop and also find them on Instagram, modebycrk. Also, if you loved what you heard today and you want to listen to this episode again, please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel and also Spotify, and you can listen to this episode again and our future episodes that we have coming up, because we want to expose you to the world of wellness like you've never seen.